It's not what you think women want. It's this awareness, emotional connection. Healing *1. The great misunderstanding asks most men what women want, and you'll hear a familiar list. Security, stability, someone who can provide, someone tall, handsome, successful. We've heard these answers in movies, books, and conversations for decades. They sound convincing because they fit the cultural script, the one where men are the protectors and women are the nurturers waiting to be won over by the man with the best resume. But here's the truth. That script is incomplete. While women may appreciate those qualities, they are not the ultimate currency of connection. Because the heart is not swayed by numbers in a bank account or inches of height. The heart responds to something deeper, something most people overlook. Emotional safety. It's not the flowers, the dinners, the diamonds, or the vacations that keep her heart open to you. Those things may win attention for a moment, but what makes a woman stay, trust, and open her soul is knowing that she can be herself with you without fear of being judged, dismissed, or made to feel too much. A woman's greatest longing is not for perfection, it's for presence. And presence is not passive. It's an active, intentional form of listening, noticing, and valuing where she feels you see her, not just as a role in your life, but as a full human being with layers, contradictions, and dreams. *2. The deeper emotional truth. Here's what many men don't realize. When a woman says she wants a man who makes her feel safe, she's not just talking about physical safety. She's talking about emotional sanctuary, a relationship where she doesn't have to shrink herself, hold back tears, or hide her messy days. Think about this. In a world where women are constantly told to be strong, be pretty, be accommodating, they rarely get the space to simply be human. If you can be the person who allows her to drop the armor, you will have given her something more valuable than any grand romantic gesture. And here's the paradox. Many men think they're giving this already, but they aren't. They might be providing financially, showing physical affection, or buying gifts. But if they dismiss her feelings with a quick, "You're overreacting," or "Don't be so sensitive," they've unknowingly shut the door to true intimacy. Women want a man who listens without instantly trying to fix everything. Makes her feel her emotions are valid even when they're messy. Protects her dignity even in disagreement. Can handle her vulnerability without weaponizing it later. If you think that sounds small, it isn't. Because emotional safety is what allows passion to last. Without it, the spark dies. And the relationship becomes a transaction rather than a connection. *3. Why society gets it wrong. We've been conditioned to misunderstand women's needs because of two powerful cultural forces, media and generational. Beliefs taught in movies, women often fall for the man who wins the fight, buys the expensive gift, or makes the grand romantic speech in the rain. Rarely do we see the quiet, unglamorous moments that truly build trust. A man remembering the little details she mentioned weeks ago, or sitting with her in silence when she's had a terrible day. In older generations, men were often raised to be providers, not emotional partners. Vulnerability was seen as weakness. And women were told not to nag or ask for too much. So we ended up with relationships where both partners played roles rather than sharing real emotional lives. Then, result? Many men believe women are complicated because they can't be satisfied with material gestures alone. And many women feel unseen, even in long-term relationships, because their emotional needs are treated as secondary. But here's the truth. Emotional connection is not extra. It's the foundation. A relationship without it may function on the surface, but it will starve the soul. *4. Seeing women on a soul level. To truly understand what women want, you have to stop looking at relationships as a series of actions to get her and start looking at them as a space you create together on a soul level. What women want is this: to feel chosen, not just once at the beginning, but over and over through consistent care. To feel safe to express themselves without fearing they'll be mocked, ignored, or punished. To feel desired not only for their beauty, but for their mind, their humor, their essence. To feel trusted that you believe in their integrity, and don't keep them under suspicion. To feel appreciated for the unseen work they do every day, often without acknowledgement. The mistake is thinking these things can be given once and then checked off a list. They must be nurtured the way you water a plant, not just once, but regularly, because love, like life, grows in the conditions you create for it. Asterisk 5. Practical steps you can apply at home here are simple. Powerful ways to give a woman what she truly wants without losing yourself or becoming overly nice in a way that sacrifices your own needs. Listen to understand, not to solve when she shares something. Pause before jumping in with advice. Ask, do you want me to help solve this? Or do you just want me to listen? Often, she just needs to feel heard. Validate before you debate, even if you see things differently. Acknowledge her perspective first. Say, I can see why you'd feel that way. That doesn't mean you agree. It means you respect her reality. Notice the small changes did. She'd change her hair, try a new recipe, handle a difficult situation, mention it. Specific appreciation goes a long way. Protect her dignity in public, never belittle or correct her in front of others. Disagreements can wait for private space. Be consistent. Not just intense, passionate gestures are great, but consistency is what makes a woman trust your love is real. Be willing to show your own vulnerability when you share your own struggles and feelings. You show her you trust her too. That's when intimacy deepens. 6. Healing and self-awareness. 4. Both understanding what women truly want isn't just about making her happy. It's about creating a relationship where both people can thrive. Many men resist emotional openness because they were never taught how. And many women struggle to express their needs clearly because they fear being labeled too much. That's why awareness is healing for both. If you're a man, learning to be emotionally available will not make you weak. It will make you magnetic to the kind of woman who values real connection over shallow attraction. If you're a woman, learning to articulate your needs without shame will help the men in your life rise to meet them. The work is mutual. The reward is lasting love. Asterisk 7, closing inspiration, and a quiet challenge at the end. What women want is not a perfect man. It's a man who is willing to show up fully, consistently, and without the mask of invincibility. They want someone who will not only hold their hand when the sun is shining, but will sit beside them in the dark without trying to force the dawn. If you can give that, you won't just win a woman's heart, you'll be trusted with it. And trust, once earned, is worth more than beauty, money, or charm combined. So here's the quiet challenge. The next time you're with the woman you love, don't ask yourself, what can I do to impress her? Ask, what can I do to make her feel safe to be fully herself with me? That's where the real magic begins, from the heart of Awaken mindset. If this message spoke to you, it means you're already someone who values deeper truths over surface illusions. That's the kind of awareness the world desperately needs more of. Our mission is to help people see themselves and each other with more compassion, clarity, and courage. If you believe in this work, join us. Subscribe to Awaken Mindset. Share this message and help create a world where love is built not on fantasy, but on truth.